Over 70% of Norway's landmass is smothered by mountains and glacial ice. It is a jagged, freezing expanse sitting at the extreme northern edge of the map. During the winter, the geography plunges into the polar night. The sun drops below the horizon, leaving the entire country in total darkness for weeks at a time. Further north, in the Svalbard archipelago, the environment becomes so aggressively wild that the human population is actively outnumbered by roaming polar bears. The air itself is lethal. Winter temperatures routinely plummet to -40 degrees Celsius. Basic laws of geographic determinism suggest that humans living in this territory should be entirely focused on basic survival, fighting every day just to endure the elements. Yet, the people who call this frozen territory home live past 82 years on average. This chart measures global happiness levels. Despite enduring lethal cold and months without sunlight, you can see the Norwegian population continuously clustering at the peak of the index compared to the rest of the world. They enjoy a hyper-advanced standard of living. They were the world's very first adopters of mass electric vehicles, completely rewiring their transportation grid. How did a society in this hostile landscape engineer the wealthiest, most secure nation on Earth? Instead of fighting the rugged terrain on the mainland, the government looked offshore. They extracted enormous capital from vast reserves of oil, gas, and hydro resources. This chart tracks the initial influx of those oil revenues. Instead of injecting that sudden windfall directly into the domestic economy, the government made a highly unusual choice. They diverted it into a strict national savings pool. That early capital was invested into global markets. Over the decades, those investments compounded, building a financial safety net for unborn generations that now stands as the largest government wealth fund on the planet. The offshore geography provided the raw material, but strict, forward-thinking policy converted that finite oil into permanent financial stability. With financial desperation mathematically eliminated at a national level, the state provides complete healthcare and education at zero cost to the individual. That absolute economic security creates an extreme level of social equality. The reigning monarch regularly moves through the public without a heavy detail of bodyguards. This trust dictates the structure of their justice system, which focuses entirely on rehabilitation and returning citizens to society. Maximum security facilities mirror comfortable 3-star hotels. Inmates are even permitted to leave the grounds during the day to work civilian jobs. By using its oil wealth to fund these systems of universal support, Norway dissolved the traditional economic drivers of social conflict, effectively engineering a society built on high levels of mutual trust. Rather than isolating themselves from the wild geography, Norwegians established legal frameworks to directly integrate with it, starting with a mandate known as the right to roam. Every single citizen is legally guaranteed the absolute freedom to pitch a tent, fish, and hike anywhere across the country's massive, untamed interior. They mold their daily routines to the geographic anomalies, embracing periods of the year where the sun never dips below the horizon. In local villages, residents play organized football matches at midnight, in broad daylight, on pitches carved directly into tiny rocky islands. The extreme climate dictates bizarre local biology. On Svalbard, the permafrost prevents bodies from decomposing, keeping century-old viruses fully intact. Because of this freezing effect, it is legally prohibited to die on the island. The society does not try to conquer nature. They bend their rules to perfectly fit its severe demands. There is a sharp physical contrast here. People walk out onto terrifying, towering drop-offs, completely insulated by the strongest social safety nets ever designed. It is a culture built entirely on preparing for harsh conditions, instead of hiding from them. That philosophy reaches its peak tucked deep under the Arctic ice, inside the global seed vault. By leveraging the constant freezing temperatures of the Earth, this facility operates as a planetary backup drive, safeguarding global agriculture against future natural disasters. The lethal cold and long winter nights provide the backdrop for the most vibrant natural phenomena. When a nation invests its natural wealth into universal safety nets and planetary preservation, it stops being a victim of its geography. Ultimately, Norway proves that with enough preparation, human civilization can thrive even in the planet's most unforgiving corners.